Problem 10 is asking us to graph the curve of the parametric equation, set up a chart and plot these points, label the orientation, then eliminate the parameter and write the equation in rectangular form. So let's do one prompt at a time. It does ask us to graph the curve. It's going to be easiest to do that if we set up the chart and plot the points. So we're going to actually do the second prompt first. So I'm going to do a table for t, x, and y. And t is going to go from -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, one thing that we could do is we could individually substitute these numbers into the equation for x and the equation for y by hand. That's not too bad. If I do 2 times -4, I get -8. -8 minus 1 is -9. But that can be timely. So one thing that we can do is in our calculator for y1, we can do 2x minus 1, saying that x really means t. I know that can be a little confusing, so ask me if you have more questions on that. And y2 is x squared plus 4. And then what we can do is we can set our window, so we can do table set, which is a second. And we want our table start to be -4. And we need delta x to be equal to 1. And then we can just go ahead and hit second table, go into our table, and it'll give us y1, and it'll give us y2, and it'll list out all of the answers here. So it'll go -9, -7, -5, -3, -1, 1, 3, 5, 7, and then we would get 20, 13, 8, 5, 4, 5, 8, 13, and 20. So we have our x coordinates, our horizontal coordinates, and y, our vertical coordinates at each of these given time points. So the next thing that we would need to do is we would need to graph those. So this particular grid doesn't have, it doesn't go up to 20 on my y's, so I'm going to start here at -7, 13, kind of goes up a little. And -5, 8, -5, 8. Notice here, friends, that I'm using my x, y coordinates. I'm not using t now, because t is just helping me with my parameter. And so as I add these dots, I'm showing the direction that we're going. So then I go to -3, 5, and following this direction, -1, 4, 1, 5, 3, 8, 5, 13, and just adding those arrows in and connecting my dots. So checking back at my prompt, graph the curve, check. Set up a chart and plot those points, check. Label the orientation, that's my arrows, check. Then eliminate the parameter and write the equation in rectangular form. Haven't done that yet, so that's what we need to do next. That means that we're going to solve for t in terms of x. So if x equals t minus 1, x plus 1 equals 2t. So x plus 1 over 2 equals t. We're going to plug that into our y equation. So y equals t squared plus 4. Y equals x plus 1 over 2 squared plus 4. And we can just leave it in that form for our rectangular. And now we've met all of the conditions for the prompt.